Right, welcome to another market preview. So quickly we'll run through what happened last week. So last week, this was Monday. All right, so we were still in a bearish order flow. So we're expecting price to push up to the upside and then give us a sell to the downside. If we go to the USD basket on H4, we could see what played out here. So let's go to the current time. All right, so last week was a bit frustrating. I remember when I did a video, we were somewhere, I think we were here, and I was saying that we expect price to push up, take out this high that was formed here, and then give us a sell to the downside. So it did that, basically gave us TP1 in the Telegram group, in the Heroes platform, and then came back up to basically sweep us out. So on the 22nd, we couldn't really take a trade because we have a rule that whenever we are selling, we don't want price to take out the previous day's low. So on the 22nd, the first thing price did was to come take out the lows of the 21st. So I remember I was about, I had placed a trade for someone in the Heroes platform actually pointed that out somehow. I didn't pay attention to that rule. So I had to just take off the trade and all that. So 22nd, basically no trade. On the 23rd, we were expecting them again to go take the Asian high, or rather to go take the previous day's high and then give us a sell to the downside. They didn't do that and just dropped from there. All right. And then on the 24th, they took it out during Asia, and we were basically expecting them to pull back because we had our orders just at the Asian high. So usually we have something we call an Asian setup. So when a setup forms during Asia, we basically just have our entry waiting on the Asian high, right? That's what we'll basically have an entry. That's we'll be waiting for an entry on EU Asian low and GU Asian low if we have a corresponding setup. Unfortunately, price did not pull back to 10 and then just basically dropped like a stone from there. All right, so this week, what are we to expect? All right, so let's start from our fractal order flow. All right, so from our fractal order flow, we are still bearish and basically had a pullback basically most of last week, and then it seems like the trend is shimmy. But somehow, because I use some other things that I'm not disclosing at the moment, there might be a trend change. I'm expecting that there's a possibility that we might have a trend change sometime this week. So if we look at last week, I mentioned the fact that this was where we had the last fractal high, and that it's going to be a little bit tough for price to push all the way to those points to go break that fractal high to the upside to change the order flow. Now we've created on Friday, if price closes below this candle's high, this bearish candle right here, if price closes below the high today, then this will become a confirmed fractal high. So this is not far anymore. It will be easy for price to come reverse, take this out, right? Okay, but for now, we remain bearish on the fractal order flow. Meanwhile, on swing shots, this week we are basically inconclusive. So we are inconclusive. And remember, in weeks when we are inconclusive, we are basically waiting for, you can go and watch the market preview of last week to understand more on what we do when we are inconclusive. But basically, we are waiting for price to give us a fractal high or a fractal low, and whichever one is taken out first. All right, it doesn't have to close above or below it. Once price breaks through it, even if it's a week, once price breaks through it, then we are looking to go in the opposite direction. So far, we don't have any fractals created so far in the week, right? We are still waiting for our first fractal to form. But the way it's looking more like we are going to get a fractal low before we get a fractal high. All right, so you see the reason why I'm also expecting a possible trend change. So if we get a fractal low here, all we need to get a fractal low is for one other candle to close with its low above this low of this bearish candle, and then we'll have a fractal low. And what we'll be expecting is for price to come, take out that fractal low, and then give us a push to the upside. On the other hand, never say never, price could simply push all the way up, give us a fractal high, and then take out that fractal high, and then we'll be looking for an opportunity to come down. All right. So for this week, for now, I'm basically sitting on my hands. Now let's look at what we could do, our intraday setups. So EU has basically been bullish on the daily for how many weeks? Since we changed trend right here, that's basically like the 24th of April. Since the 24th of April on the daily time frame, we've basically been bullish. Now intraday, we are bullish right here. This was on the 21st, but and then price basically broke to the downside. Did we really get it set up on the 21st? Okay, I remember what happened. This was the one that USD baskets basically, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to confirm that. Okay, no, 21st was the day we actually got our setup on the 21st. That then came back to take us out. All right, so this was the trade. We placed our entry. It was an Asian setup on the 21st. We basically placed our entry right on the Asian low, picked us up, pushed up a little bit, gave us TP1, and then basically broke to the downside. We came to this chart on the 22nd. All right, so this was the trade that I had been expecting to take before someone called my attention to the fact that the USD basket has actually taken out the previous day's low. So previous day's high, so we shouldn't have been looking to take that trade. Either way, if you are taking this trade, you would still have gotten TP1 and then basically reversed against you. And then the other flow basically turned bearish on 4 hours. So far, where are we still? Okay, there seems to be a glitch somewhere. I need to go and check why that is. All right, because we ought to have turned bullish. So it means there might be a bug with this indicator, which is why you need to be able to check things for yourself. So this was the last fractal high that was created right here, and then price has closed above it. So we should actually be bullish. We are bullish on both 4 hours and the daily. All right, so what we'll be expecting, price has already taken out today's high, previous day's high, that's Monday's high. So today we can't take any intraday trades. However, if tomorrow price pushes down and then takes our Asian low without taking out today's high, then we'll be looking for an opportunity to continue upwards. So different models. Personally, I finished a major overhaul of my trading setups, and I've split so many things that I do into about 10 models. So basically all based around the swing short, fractal OF, but when different scenarios are presenting themselves. And I'll be sharing a lot of it with the Heroes class and with everyone that is going to be in that place over the coming weeks, because it took me a lot of time to put it together and I don't want to rush it, because you rush it. Personally, I still have to refer to my notes even when taking setups to make sure I'm not making any mistakes. So for a new person that is just getting into it, it will just blow your head. So that would be that for today. So basically what we're expecting is that we're expecting one of two things. Either price pulls back a little bit, right? and then gives us an opportunity to go up tomorrow, or in fact, even when that happens, that is one scenario, pushes it down, gives us an opportunity to continue the intraday H4 trend to the upside. Now, when it takes tomorrow's high, or it could still happen today, let me not rule out today yet, because we need one more candle to form lower, and then price could come during New York and run out. This would have created a fractal high, run out this fractal high, and then give us an opportunity to sell, right? So that could still happen. So we have an opportunity both to buy, and there might be an opportunity to sell. So it all depends on if we're able to get a fractal low on the USD basket. So once you keep your eye on this, would we get a fractal low? If we get a fractal low, then whenever price takes out that fractal low, we want to buy the USD and sell EU and GU. If while that hasn't happened, we get a push up, right? And then tomorrow we take out Asian high on the USD basket, or rather, we don't even need the USD basket. We'll take out Asian low on EU. Then we'll be looking for opportunities to buy EU and GU. So that's basically what we are looking at for the week. Price, I believe price is basically consolidating in this region. I believe market makers are accumulating orders to actually break the trend, but I don't trade what I think, I trade my models. So, and that's the word I'm going to leave with you today. Don't trade what you think, trade your backtested model, trade your models that you have data to support. And that is the easiest way to remove confusion from this game. So we'll see what the market does the rest of the week. Have a good trading week.